Hello. I haven't got a mic.
Yeah, it's right in front of your mouth.
Oh, did you put them?
Hello.
Hello.
So what are we doing? This was more your idea.
Well, it was something that we started doing a while ago when we weren't doing the podcast for a bit, and we were picking five photos from front. We were just going on to explore.front.photography and going, let's pick 5 random photos that we really like and talk about them and just give them a bit of a shout out, say what we like, say what we don't like, and that's it really.
Yeah, just give some exposure to the photos and the photographers that took them.
Yeah, I just wanted to give you some more work to do as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we've got the podcast as well.
Yeah.
I have selected
You've selected 5 pictures.
5 pictures. So should we just crack on with it? Go straight into the first one.
Can do it. Ooh.
First one. It's called Seeing Triple
Hmm.
by... His Instagram name is analog_John. And this is the photo that I picked from his front gallery.
Yay.
It's called Seeing Triple.
So I had a question,
Okay.
and I'll ask you that question and see what you think. I thought it might have been answered in a caption on Instagram because he hasn't written a caption,
Yeah.
like a description of the photo. So first,
You don't have to write a description, but please do. We'd love to know more about your
Yeah,
photography
yeah.
and why you've chosen this certain
I
photo.
want to know like how people took it, what
Yeah.
medium they took it on, and
Yeah.
well, obviously camera. But
You want the geeky details. I
Yeah,
want to know what lens.
yeah.
I want to know what film stock, if it was shot on film.
I want to know the geeky details, but I want to know like the details around where did you take it? Why? Like what does this? Because this is an odd photo, right?
Yeah, yeah. Could be taken in his garden. Could be taken on a holiday.
Yeah. I'm just going to double check something before I make a twat of myself by
His
saying
phone's
this.
not on silent.
Yeah, it's fine. Right. Okay. Question number 1. I mean,
Are you going to make me look like a twat now?
No. So we're gonna have to say this about everybody, so
Yeah.
it's gonna get boring. But really like this picture. Good choice. Love it. Love the colours. Love the red on the blue. It's very nice.
Yeah.
Right. So let's just assume we like all the pictures we're gonna pick.
Yep.
Now, the word triple, right, isn't spelled like that. It's spelled
With one P.
1P. However, the word ripple, like ripple
It's
in
2 Ps.
water, is spelled like that. So has he just spelled it wrong, or has he purposefully spelled it like that because the what do you call them? The petals of the flower, as it's like a triple exposure, is it? Or he's done that in Photoshop or something. But let's say it's like a triple exposure, gives the effect of like ripples on the water.
Ah, yeah.
Because the blue of the sky behind. As soon as I saw it, maybe I subconsciously saw the word triple
Yeah.
spelled like that. But as soon as you brought that up, I thought of ripples in water.
That's interesting.
So
So he's either spelt something wrong and it's just a nice photo, or
But
he's
he's spelt-
deliberately done
yeah,
that with
yeah.
a little subliminal message in there, and it's just made the photo a whole
Yeah.
lot better, maybe.
So I thought I'm going to ask that question, but he might have just answered it already in an Instagram
Yeah.
post, but he hasn't. He hasn't given any details.
Oh, that's why you wanted to
So-
check out the photo that he posted.
That's why I wanted to have a look. So,
So of all the things to notice, you noticed the title of the image before the actual image? or
no, I
did it
mean,
just-
I noticed the image first, and I thought of ripples, and then I saw the title, and I am who I am, so I'm going to notice a spelling
Yeah.
mistake. But I
Well, you
thought-
being you with all the geeky details, I would see. I've looked at that on face value. I would just assume it's a triple exposure on analog, but maybe it's not. But his name's Analog John, so I'm going to guess it's a film photo
Sure.
with multiple exposure on.
Yeah.
But it just stood out to me when I was going through the Explore page on front. The colours just popped out to me enough to go, hang on, what was that?
It's cool as well because you can see how it's been done, and it's something that you might see and be like inspired by. So you could do that yourself, like I wouldn't say quite easily in like a detrimental way, because it's a very like creative way to take a photo. But just take a photo, take a step back, or
Yep.
or the other way around.
It also reminds me of. It would look good as a print on your wall. And all the photos
Well,
that I've selected today, I know it sounds ridiculous. I know
yeah.
it sounds because I've bought prints off front that I just want to keep. I just want to have. I might not necessarily put it in a frame. I've got too many to be able to freely display around my house anyway. But some prints I just want to say that I've got a print from that photographer. Do you know what I mean? I just want to own it. It's not something that I'll necessarily put up on the wall. However, the 5 images that I've selected this week, I think will all look good as a print, which is important. I think that's a whole different subject to talk about.
Yeah, for sure. But yeah, very nice.
Yeah, image
Lovely
number 1,
work.
£30 up on front. There'll be a
Yeah.
link down below.
Congratulations.
Photo number 1.
You win an M6. That's right. Everyone
wins an M6,
Everyone
yeah.
gets a Leica.
Right, photo number 2.
Go on then.
This is by Meg's JPEGs.
Next JPEGs.
Yeah, I think we featured her before in a previous video, maybe.
Don't recognise the name, but maybe.
Yeah, but again, awesome gallery of work. But this one stood out to me again.
Okay.
Again, I don't know why. My goal when selecting these images was to think of standout prints that you'd put on your wall. Yeah,
course.
and to me, that would look cool in a multitude of different places. Whether it be me personally collecting photos and putting it up on my wall at home, but I'd also, I know this sounds ridiculous, if I walked into some kind of, I don't know, restaurant or something like that on the beach, and I saw that up on the wall, I'd like it.
It just...
Breaking my laptop.
just want to have a look at it more closely.
It's framed lovely. And I think maybe I'm drawn to it slightly because of the branches coming in from the left and the right.
I think that's what makes it. I think if the branches weren't there, I don't think you would have picked it. I don't think it would have caught your eye.
Is that because it's a me thing to do, or is that because it just...
No, I think that's just what makes the photo.
But I also like the wall along the front. So like this leading line along the front of the image.
So you've got this thing here, but also I really like the way, I'm guessing that's the sea.
Yeah.
It kind of, it doesn't quite match up with that, does it? But it's got this like line across there above the brass.
Yeah.
So you've got this bit. It's just really cool.
Yeah.
So yeah, I really like that. Yeah, without the branches, it's nothing.
Yeah.
But like without the branches, it would probably look like a photo you've got on a cafe wall.
Yeah.
But the way they draw the eye in, it elevates it.
Yeah.
I'd love to see that image up, like high, taken from higher up. So the lighthouse is right at the bottom, just with a load of dead space at the top, like 80% dead space, and then just across the bottom, like quite minimalist. I'm just thinking of a photo I took on a hill in Dublin of just somebody sat on the hill, and I just framed them up, and then I was going to shoot them in the centre, and then I was like, no, actually, and they're literally right at the bottom of the thing, and there's just nothing above them, but it does actually, it works quite nicely. It looks quite minimal and a bit like miserable. Like
That's not one that you've uploaded to front, is it?
It's not, maybe I should.
Well, funny enough, I nearly featured one of your photos today, but I thought...
By mistake, or...
No. I was going to deliberately feature one of your photos.
Oh,
but
right.
I'll be honest, I didn't, because I didn't want you to get all red and flustered while we're on.
What photo? What photo?
I'll leave it for another one.
Oh, right.
I'll leave it for another one. Anyway, awesome photo, Meg. We really like this. Link in description. How much is this one?
£30.
Only £30. Let's move on to photo number 3. This is Mark Layton. We know Mark Layton. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, so this one stood out to me. I think it's pretty obvious. Reminds me of a bit of a Wes Anderson-y kind of image.
I was thinking of Severance. I love that as soon as you brought that up.
The golden colours are beautiful. The way it's been framed are nice. And I like that it's actually imperfect. If you look at that up close, especially as a print, it's not been deliberately played with to...
Yeah, I would have been so... I can see it.
Yeah.
I'd have been so tempted to like do a little transform and pull that bottom left corner in a little, like a bit.
Yeah.
But I like that it's not been done like that.
Yeah. And there's also slight imperfections in terms of what's next to the step. It's very symmetrical, but what's in the image isn't necessarily
I'd like to see some other versions of that image. I'd like to take that photo in black and white. I'd like to really underexpose it see some of, because you've all that light
coming through that one,
and it would enhance these the gradient on the wall, and just to see some different like things of what you could do with that space. But that's a really nice. This is it. I wouldn't take that photo like that. So I like seeing other people. I would have probably really underexposed that if I was shooting digital.
See, I don't think I would have even noticed that to have taken it. I think I would have walked through there and seen the light and been attracted to the light, not the whole, taken a step back almost.
Yeah. No, it's mega.
Yeah, mega photo.
Mega.
This one is called Out of Office, and it's a minimal staircase.
Yay.
Also,
£35.
not on sale for the cheapest amount as well.
Yeah.
£35.
Not on sale for enough money, I think you meant to say.
What did I say?
You said not on sale for the cheapest amount. Oh, yeah, like the cheapest amount you can.
Yeah.
I thought you were saying it's expensive.
No, not at all.
Oh,
No,
it's cheap.
But every single photo that is on front is undervalued.
It's good value.
Yeah, good value for money.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's not, yeah.
And they're unique pieces of artwork. Not many people will own that.
Yeah.
And again, that's something we talk about a lot, and what motivates us to collect images, should you say?
Indeed.
Anyway, photo number 4.
Oh, yeah.
Matt Evans. Now, I know this is a photo that probably every single photographer has ever taken, wherever you might be in the world. But again, I'm thinking about what drew me to this was how good it is for that kind of photo, and also how beautiful it would look like as a print if I put that up.
Yeah.
Wherever it might be. If I walked into a commercial building and saw that, I'd be impressed. But at the same time, I'd also have that on my wall at home.
Yeah.
And very much like it. I like for me, like the natural vignette of the the buildings are making this vignette kind of thing. I don't know what this building is. What is that? Is that just lights? Like, because you can't tell how tall the buildings are. If you know what I mean.
I think that's like some street lights that look taller than they are in this photo.
But again, that gives the photo so much more depth because
it adds a lot to the photo because it's not just buildings.
I thought they were maybe like street cameras or something. You get the little round.
They might be,
cameras.
but I don't think they're as tall as the other buildings. But it gives the impression of.
But it also gives you see the gap in the buildings from the bottom right hand corner going up to those whatever they are. I feel like that adds. It's almost like a subject to the photo because imagine if that tower, or whatever it is, we'll say security tower, wasn't there, you'd maybe wait for like a plane to fly over or a certain cloud or light to come through. But that to me is like almost like the focal point of that image.
Yeah.
But again, I was just drawn to it and I thought it'd make a good print. Matt Evans has got an absolutely stunning gallery with a variety of different photos. So
I would again, and I don't know why I keep saying this because I don't shoot in black and white a lot, but I would like to see some that in black and white, or the fact that it's not is cool because it's like you might be drawn to that type of photography in black and white, so it's interesting. It's still very monochrome, almost, but interesting.
And the light coming through the centre is lovely as well.
Yeah,
that's photo number 4. £20 for Matt Evans' gallery. Link down below. Also, let us know what your thoughts are on these images. Please leave a comment down below and tell us which one's your favourite. Tell us why you like these images or why you might not like them. And ignore Luke. Photo number 4.
Ooh, yeah.
Bit of a controversial one, this one. Photo number 5. This is by Lee Wine. Well, you either support that team or you don't support that team. But again,
I'm going to say Win. Lee Win.
Lee Win, sorry, what did I say?
Wine. Might be.
Old Trafford in Cello. The reason I selected this one, I would say that there's a very small target audience for this print.
Yes, I mean, not many people support Manchester United.
However, if you do support Man United, I almost guarantee no one else has got that unless they've been on front and bought it.
Yeah.
So if I was a Man United, but to be fair, if you go on Lee's gallery, or his Instagram and have a look from memory, there's lots of different football photos. It's not just Man United. I think he's just a fan of football and gets to travel around to games and take photos. But I deliberately picked this one because I didn't think it would be one that would stand out. But if it wasn't a Man United poster and it was just a random movie poster or whatever it might be, it'd still be a great photo. I like how it's been framed. I like the harsh shadows. I like the contrast. But again, I've highlighted it because if you are a Man United fan, why not have a unique, a unique Manchester United piece of artwork? Go buy it, and it's £22.
So saying you said that you think it'd still be a cool photo if it wasn't a Man United symbol.
Yeah.
Like, I think that, it's the sort of photo that you would take if you saw them shadows.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for somebody to stand in
Yeah, yeah.
one of the gaps and taking that photo. But
Oh, you'd wait for a person.
I'd love to see that with a person in it, or
Yeah.
or a fan in a
Yeah,
red
yeah.
top. So again, just to continue with the theme, I like a black and white photo like that. But it's cool that it's in color because they are the Reds, and they are, as I like to call them. And you got the red door on
Yeah,
the
the red
left,
door, nice.
and there's even some red on the right. There's like another.
Well, I think it's introverted poster. So like, it's the white and
So
red
you've
on the
got
right.
the same poster, but then there's something down here, isn't there? That's red, like some
yeah.
bollards type, some
Barriers or whatever.
Yeah.
But even just the railing at the top, how he's left that in frame, and rather than cropping it down, again. It
Oh
just,
yeah. It's the cropping is just right, but then what I think is without that poster there, it's cool. But the fact that the poster is framed, or the symbol in the poster is framed by the shadows, is just what lifts it up
Yeah.
above. I'd have been tempted, or no, I wouldn't have been tempted. I absolutely would have pulled that top left corner over a little
just
bit.
straighten up a little bit.
I just have to straighten that up because that's how my brain works. But I like that Lee hasn't.
Yeah.
It's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, rad.
That's all
Totally
the
rad.
photos. That's all 5 photos for today. So we're going to try and do this a little bit more regular. Look, as myself and Luke work on front, as we work on the platform, growing and getting better, we'll try and give people a shout out. But yeah, remember to link your Instagram account to your front profiles and galleries. And
But also, when you upload new photos to your front
Yeah.
gallery, tell us about it. Send us
Yeah.
a message on Instagram.
Yeah.
Say, hey, check out the new photos I've uploaded. And
and if you share something,
yeah,
tag us.
if you say it specifically like this, go and look at the new photos I have put on my gallery, you bastards, we'll know that you've watched this video. And we'll be like, yeah,
Yeah, how long have we been recording? It's got to be
love
20
that.
minutes, half hour.
yeah, you made it to the end.
Yeah,
Well
if you've
done.
made it to the
Jesus.
end and you leave a comment saying, you bastards,
Yeah.
we will know that you've watched till
Yeah,
the end.
DM us.
Yeah.
Just say you bastards.
Yeah, yeah.
Don't even need to say the rest of it. We'll know what you mean.
Yeah, DM us on Instagram and leave a comment in this video.
Yeah,
Anyway, anything more you want to say?
you bastard.